Today's video is sponsored by the OneFootball app. If you haven't done it already, head down to the description before this video starts, click the link and download it completely free of charge on iOS or Android. How's it going, ladies and gents? Welcome to episode 24 of the Charlton Athletic Career Mode. We have done a fair few episodes of these this season and we are approximately a third of the way through our championship campaign here. Let's start today's episode off with some training drills. So Tariq Fosu's injured at the moment. I did want to get him up to a 75 before we wave him off to Galatasaray and then hopefully buy him back. So we have put Zhu in there. We've kind of forgotten about this really promising youth talent from probably halfway through through our League One season. We sort of signed him. So we are going to reintroduce him to the training drills, hopefully get his rating up so that one of our youth prospects that we found during this career mode can become part of our first team squad more regularly. Deboa, Grant, Aribo and Stengs all working on different traits. Pretty poor all round there. I mean, Zhu did really well and he's long passing went up by 2, I think there. Deboa as well did well, but these three did pretty poorly. But no, doesn't matter. You know, we've got plenty more weeks for them to raise their ratings and improve certain stats. So let's get into this first game. Let's see what the 3 games for this episode are going to be first of all. So we are going to face off against Barnsley at home, Sheffield Wednesday away, and then Leeds United at home. I think that might be the one that we play here, guys. So let's fast forward the time and get to that Barnsley game, see if we can grab another 3 points and see if we can put pressure on the top 2. So no Juan Foyth and no Tariq Fosu for this game against Barnsley. Here we are on Saturday, November the 9th at the Valley, and in comes Patrick Bauer. And obviously Calvin Stengs playing right wing with Lanez in the centre again. It worked well last time. Lanez managed to score a goal from it. Can we repeat our fortunes here at the Valley? It looks like there's going to be a goalless first half. That is correct. They make a substitution pretty early on in the second half. No goals so far. Colin Grant grabs a goal for us. Nice to see him get a goal on the sim. And Deke still gets a red card for us. That is disappointing. Why do we keep getting red cards? And then another injury in the 90th minute to Patrick Bauer, which could be pretty catastrophic for us. Okay, Colin Grant, that's a positive that he scored on the sim, but the other 2 things, annoying. Let's see how long this injury's for. Please don't be a really long one. Player injured, 3 months Patrick Bauer will be out for, so we're going to have to bring Mavropanos into the starting lineup. Oh no, I think Foyth might be back actually, but annoying to lose Patrick Bauer because he's a really solid centre-back anyway. Yeah, Foyth, there we go. Literally the message underneath shows that he will be back for the next game, so that's fine. But Chris Solly will have to come in because Anthony Deke still picks up a suspension. It is all kicking off in the rotation and in the squad and that kind of stuff. We are going to go into these training drills right now. Let's simulate all of them. Can they do any better? Rody Deboa goes up to a 73 rated goalkeeper. I told you guys, don't sleep on this guy. He's going to be really good. Zhu gets another 8. And he is not going up in rating, but he's still, you know, at the 60s for passing, so we need to improve him in a lot of different stats. And he will go up to a 67 in probably a few weeks' time if we keep him in here. Aribo very close to a 74 as well, and Grant halfway to a 75. Stengs the same. So we are just ever improving here, really. And we have another game now coming up, and who was it against? I think it was against Sheffield Wednesday, wasn't it? Yes, it was. And this is going to be away, and we've won a fair few away games on the sim recently. We're still in 3rd there, as you can see. So I feel like we can probably sim this. Let's see who is having a player conversation with us. It's Rico Haggett-Fairchild who wants to be played in the squad today. Unfortunately, Rico, it's too important to just randomly drop Grant, who's on great form. So that will be a no. Let's bring Foyth back into the starting lineup. Let's bring Chris Solly over there on right back, and we can stick Lewis Page on the bench as well. That looks like a pretty solid team to be going into this game with. Let's see what the score ends up being. Sheffield Wednesday, by the way, down in 9th place. They are currently 5 points behind us. We don't want them to be clawing that gap back on us and making that a little bit more even. We want to be running away with it as opposed to any of that dodgy stuff happening. So let's see what happens here anyway. It's a 7:45 Sunday kickoff. Really odd time for a game, but we're going to get into it. Colin Grant scores another goal on the sim. This is great stuff. He puts us 1-0 up, and Charlton are really looking like a force in this championship league this season. I don't want to speak too soon. Suzuki has come on again for Stengs in the 47th minute, and another red card. Jason Pearce this time getting sent off. what is it with our centre-backs at the moment? Reach actually equalises and Grant grabs his second for us despite being 10 men. Charlton, we do win the game 2-1. Charlton really showing some character through this sort of middle portion of the season. Grant with a brace there. He is playing unbelievably well for us at the moment. Another red card though to deal with. But who cares? We got 3 points. We got what we needed to do and we can rotate those centre-backs because we've got plenty of them. Zhu has actually gone up naturally to a 67 because I think maybe the month has turned. I'll check that for you in a minute. But nonetheless, we'll simulate these drills again and 2 raising... I never know what to say. Raising in ratings. Two players that have gone up by 1 basically. Aribo to a 74 who has improved his dribbling skill up to an 81 there. And Stengs as well, who has improved his finishing a little bit more. And he's a 75 rated player now. So once we get these stats up to like 70-ish, you're probably going to be looking at like a 78 rated player who is probably Premier League ready. And no, the month hasn't turned, so Zhu just randomly went up. He just decided to go up to a 67. That is fine. Let's go into our final game now. So just as we go towards this Leeds United game, we have got a squad report. Lots of players in here, a couple of new ones. Looks like Vasco Vieba is a new player, 66 to 88 overall potential. Eliseo Bayo as well. And Fabio Navarrete, he is not quite good enough. We're going to reject him. We'll keep our eye on a couple of these. But I am going to just go ahead and get Lisandro Vieba straight into the youth squad. I think maybe a couple of these... yeah, Eugenio Arnaiz, I think I'm going to put him in the youth squad as well. He looked like a really good prospect, didn't he? And he's a out-and-out left winger, which is good. So these 4 players, they could also be very, very good, but we will keep our eye on them for further weeks. Now, let's get into this game finally against Leeds United. And so welcome back to the Valley for this game against Leeds United. I forgot to actually show you where they are in the table. So if the game lets me know on the little pre-match stats section, I will let you know. But I feel like they're a pretty formidable team at this level, Leeds. So I imagine they're in the top half at least. We may find out. Colin Grant, of course, a player to watch. And for them, it is going to be Roof, who has 6 assists, apparently the most in the Championship. So due to a couple of suspensions and injuries and stuff like that, you know, we've just shuffled the pack a little bit here. So in at centre-back comes Mavropanos, the Arsenal loanee. And obviously we're still doing that whole thing with Lanes in CAM and Stengs out on the right. When Tariq Fosu comes back, that may change, but that's how we're going for now. Here is how Leeds are lining up. Jamal Blackman in goal, Berardi, Janssen, Cooper and De Bock at the back for them. Phillips and Forshaw, it looks like, are on the wings. Unless they're playing a different formation here. No, yeah, sorry. Alioski and Dallas on the wings. Forshaw, Brown and Phillips in the middle. And I didn't actually catch who their striker was. But nonetheless, here is a very, very big game at the Valley. Another 3 points today, and we could be real promotion favourites. Here come Leeds. It's Brown, hits the post. That happened in rather a flash there. Brown received the ball, the number 30, fired a ball in towards De Boer's net and hits the outside of the post. And a pretty lucky escape for Charlton there. So here is Brahim Diaz. Gets tackled very well there. Aribo quickly releases for Stakaski, who switches the play over to Deek Still. Deek Still looking for Colin Grant in the box. And are we going to win this header? We are. And who wants the ball here? It's Jake Forster-Caskey on the edge of the area. Can we have a shot here? We can. It gets blocked. Colin Grant with his left foot. Colin Grant with another chance at putting that in the back of the net, and it goes wide. We have a corner here. We're going to knock it in to that area. Nice! Oh, met by Joe Aribo's head. The corner from Brahim Diaz there. But it sails wide, and that takes us into the half-time break here, and the score is 0-0. We started playing well towards the second half of that first half, if that makes sense, but ultimately it is goalless here, and we really need to nick a goal here because we need to keep this winning momentum going on if we want to have any chance of going up to the Premier League in our first season. Mavropanos did well there, and now he's going to pass it to Lanes, who knocks it over to... Oh, that's going to be onside, is it? I think so. We're going to get there first, and Jamal Blackman just beats Colin Grant to the ball there. Well played, keeps. That's keeps for Leeds, by the way. Oh, that's a really nice ball. Here come Leeds. Very dangerous position. It's Stuart Dallas on the wing. Stuart Dallas, really nice positioning here from... is this Earl? I'm not sure who this is. It might be Mavropanos. And Mavropanos gets a toe in. Nicely done there. The danger isn't over, though. Forshaw with the shot and into the safety of De Boer's arms. Boots it over here. Oh, that's a nice ball to Brahim Diaz and a really nice take as well. Here we go. It's Charlton coming forward. And if we time this... Oh, that was too late from Diaz. And poor the second time as well. Here come Leeds again. It's Alioski. And he's going to find a bit of space here to get the cross in. And will Earl head it away? He does very, very successfully. Brahim Diaz now coming forward with the ball. He's going to have to knock it. He hasn't quite got the pace to get the beating of the defender. Lanez. Oh, that's got to be a foul, ref. That's got to be a foul, ref. It doesn't matter. We've still got the ball. Here comes Colin Grant. Colin Grant, he's going to shoot. And he manages to get the deflection in. The Leeds defender. Lanez with the ball still. And straight into Jamal Blackman. I think it's time to make a sub. Oh no, here come Leeds United. It's Roof. It's Alioski. And they try and get the chip in. And De Boer actually has to tip it over his net there. And here comes the double substitution as well as a single sub for Leeds. So onto the pitch. We haven't seen him in a while. Comes Lyle Taylor, and that's no fault of his own. He just isn't. He hasn't got the number next to his name that would justify me playing him in the Championship. And oh, there goes the goal from Leeds, and that was De Boer being too hesitant there. I made sure he came out of his net to claim it, but unfortunately he just didn't get there in time. And the corner scooped in, really high one. De Boer should have done better. And that is the first real critique I've had of Rody De Boer. It has to be said. Look at that. He's there and he just doesn't jump. He just doesn't claim it well enough, really. And now, now we might end up with a loss at the Valley here. So we're going ultra attacking, guys. It's Grant and Taylor looking to link up to maybe get us back into the game. Here comes Grant. Stengs. Taylor feeds it back to Stengs. Stengs gets a touch through. Stengs immediately replies, and that is his debut goal, I believe, for the Addicts. And Lyle Taylor as well, making an instant impact. We haven't seen him for a while, but there he is, providing the assist for Calvin Stengs, and the young promising right winger who is probably going to be with us all the way through to hopefully when we get to the Premier League. He does manage to get his first goal for us, and that is why we worked on his finishing, because in situations like that, you need to know where the back of the net is, and his left peg manages to drive the ball into the back of the net. Immediate reply from Charlton. The score is 1-1. Grant wins the ball back through to Bonavaccia. Bonavaccia, this other player that came on with Lyle Taylor. Lyle Taylor provides a sister again. It's Bonavaccia who shoots, and it comes off the defender for a goal, for a corner. Sorry. Here we go. We might grab the winner here. Lyle Taylor in the middle. Also, it's I think that was Bonavaccia who got on the end of it there, and he put his header over the bar. Oh, that's a really nice ball. Where's your cross, Dallas? Hopefully nowhere. Here comes the cross away from Earl. Maybe one chance on the counter-attack here. Here comes Lyle Taylor waiting for runners. He finds one. Who is this? It's Lanez. It's going to be Stengs who wants to be released. Stengs is going to have to chop inside and finds it through to Lyle Taylor. Go on, Lyle. Go on, Lyle. Oh, no, Lyle Taylor. That is probably the reason why we've had to drop him, because Colin Grant is probably putting chances like that away at the moment. And Lyle Taylor, as good as he's been and as much impact as he's had in this game since he's come on, just couldn't quite find the finish to change 1 point for Charlton to all three. And that is definitely the last chance of the game. The full-time whistle will blow here, I believe. Unless it doesn't. Here we go. Oh, it does. It does blow just as we feed the ball into Lyle Taylor once more. And that, guys, is a draw at the Valley against Leeds United. So mixed emotions about that. We could have won it. That's the frustrating thing. But ultimately, a good display again. And, you know, lots of different players showing their worth, including Lyle Taylor, who's been pretty much nowhere for most of this season so far, and Mavropanos, who hasn't been playing too much, and Calvin Stengs with his debut goal. So Lyle Taylor, who did get the assist for our goal, does get an 8.1 as an impact sub off the bench. Man of the match though, Calvin Stengs, quite rightly in my opinion, an 8.6 for him. He obviously grabbed the goal for us. Our defence played pretty well. De Boer didn't have his best game for the goal that he conceded, and our midfield was pretty average. Brahim Diaz and Joe Aribo on a 7.1 and a 6.2. Let's see where that leaves us in the league, and then we will get up to wrapping up the episode, or get on to wrapping up the episode, I should say. So guys, at the end of episode 24, we are only 1 point off of Stoke City, which is kind of annoying, because if we had beat Leeds there, who are actually down in 10th, then we would have been second to Wolverhampton Wanderers. But as it stands, we are third on joint points with Brentford. And, you know, we're 5 points clear of 7th place Cardiff there. So we're having a really good season, it has to be said. Plenty more football to be played in this campaign, but Charlton looking like a very, very solid outfit. Make sure you leave your comments about this, how this season's going, and any recommendations you might have, any comments you want to make. Make sure you leave all that down below. Leave a like on the video for me. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and hit the notification bell as well. I'll see you later. Take care of yourselves, and sweet.